Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. Now me, the Deputy Defense Chief Capo Daniel, aka Sense Pass King. I don't come with a special edition for our daily podcast, as we don't hear the good news we don't come from the United States Home Security Department. They announced that they don't grant Ambazonians them the TPS. I don't come for can explain for now what we mean, and this big good news for we. Me gonna know exactly what to expect. Fellow citizens for Ambazonia, I don't come today again for update now. I think since the war for Russia, a war for Ukraine is start. If we not follow the Ambazonian Governing Council for Twitter, both the pages for our top officials, our president, Dr. Lucas Chuayaba, myself, Capo Daniel, Lucas Asu, plus our secretaries and the other officials, their Twitter, we go notice and say every time with the campaign, say make the Biden administration it grants TPS. TPS, it means a temporary protected status for our people then within there for America. I don't come for time for can explain for now which way mean. Finally, we don't succeed. This one not be just the effort for the Ambazonia Governing Council for them be over years since the time for Donald Trump administration. 40 senators them for America then gather for right for the Donald Trump and their president in office. Say me then grants this status for our people and make them put priority for our war for try for help the plight for our people them. Donald Trump he be done sanction la Republic to Cameroon as America for cut Cameroon government off from AGOA, a special treatment, a special status for trade status because Cameroon they carry out atrocity and they subjugate they need to solve the root causes for this war. So since then, many other organizations then today they follow up would want to congratulate all man for this great job, but increasingly the governing council is now intensify our United States mission. One for thank them for the special diplomatic work within Duam, our Secretary of State. I think they done send over 6 high-level community leaders. They meet their senators, meet their right leaders, and also Thibaut Nagy. He done also the champion this cause for social media, also for Twitter, and I think within the corridors of America for make this appeal. So now a great victory for Ambazonia. I don't come explain for una my own country people which we mean, so that me gonna sabi very well and which we go mean for our aspiration when the ultimate goal that for this our liberation movement. So this one a very important and big step forward, and I go tell una why. Me gonna know this thing where they call them say TPS when as on status where American government they give them if it start na since for 1991 for 1990 where the Congress, that means the Parliament for America, then they make this law where it give protection for some people then where they come off a specific country time where they sign this law, meet the American government in not deport them. How will people they travel for abroad, me they not send them back for their country because if they go there some bad thing if it happen for them. So this law it then have to target 3 kind of people them. People the way they run for war, and people the way some big problem like earthquake, environmental disaster it don't happen, or some kind extraordinary or temporal condition them for their country where it don't make them it be impossible for them to go back for their country where they not go face danger for their life. So when American government them give this status for any country, now due to one of these reasons them it be specified. So usually now the American secretary, now their parliament, their legislature, they usually make recommendation, say make some country be put for this, and give this status for a country. And now the Secretary of Homeland Security, now he get that final say for approval. So the document it don't stay for Joe Biden in table for very, very long time. Which way happen now with the approval. Now as with the shame America and shame the war, say me then see how few people that don't die for Ukraine. The America that already approved the one for Ukraine. The one way be there for protect the people for Ambazonia, it done there for their table for so long time, for many, many years. More people they done die, they never do them. It means say they show pacha, they need to look black people then like something. Now all this campaign them, now the only thing that we done change, now the Ukrainian war and the way we done shame them, we done see some journalists then too, they done pick up the story as we done write them, for inform them about this situation, they done ask the question, they done make them way, it done be the one way they done can grant them today. One for thank Oman way, it done put hand for that good job. So I will talk as we go more, not digress for focus for which way it mean, make our people then know which way it mean. This law, when they give this protection, then grant them for any people them, it used to get time limit. If you put and say for 6 months, for 1 year, or for 18 months, way or for 60 days for way be renewable. That means after that time they feel renew them again. During this period, people the way they suffer from that conflict, where they cite them for this document, the American government, you know, go fit deport them. It will give them right for work for America. It will give them a joro. It will give them protection. But this one, you know, mean I say they will talk so you don't become a refugee. They don't approve your case for people the way they fight a joro. It just simply means say they not fit send you back for your country at this moment, regardless of your status. So they will give you working permit. You will be allowed for work during this period of time. So individually, it give Ambazonian asylum seeker them and refugee them for America very good opportunity for begin work and for support this struggle. But this one will be the main benefit, will be the fight for this thing. But before I go for the main benefit, the country the way they be done get this same status before in a country like Angola, that way they be the fight their war with the war end for 2003. They be help. It be make America be help them over. You get Bosnia Herzegovina, where they be give them for them for 2001. You get Burundi also for 2009. You get Guinea-Bissau. You get Kosovo. You get Kuwait. You get Liberia, Rwanda, Sierra Leone for 2017. And if you see after they be grant this status, the American government they be intensify the diplomacy them. Right now, the country the way they don't give them for them. Now you get Yemen, where they get war where they for Yemen. You get Venezuela, where they push Venezuela, made them change regime. You get Syria, where it start during their war. You get Sudan as well. You get Southern Sudan during the time where their war be intensify. You get Somalia. You get Nicaragua. You get Nepal. You get Honduras. You get Haiti, El Salvador, and then you get Burma, where now for Myanmar. So wait way it happen when they grant this status, and now wait way be important for we. Now why that will be the fight for, because when they grant this status, it means say American government it then decides it would take responsibility for the citizen them for when them be affected by the said conflict for inside their country. They could give you work, they could help you for survive when the country they go on. Wait way it mean diplomatically, it mean as a wait. It then become now a American problem. It means that America get an interest, say me then solve that problem, because now they spend money, they take things the way it no be convenient. That means that problem now it concern them. It also means say for the briefing where the president of America he could come for the White House and for Pentagon and for the Secretary of State. This case now for this country them, it could come for the, it could appear for the every time where they make their briefing for see progress and for see which way they fit do, because now the interest for the American government and their homeland security for solve this palaver. So now it give them impetus, it give them legal authority, and it make the problem it become a priority. So henceforth the American government they go to hear for their secret document them, and they go to also be active. That means a bureaucrat they no fit ignore the problem during this particular period they don't grant this status. They could be active for see how they feel help for intervene and for solve this problem. So no man, go succeed for tell me they no work concern them. No, now it means that this problem it also concern it affect the livelihood for American them. Since where they be submit this document for the presidency for America, the French government they don't lobby America and they don't do everything humanly possible for store and for postpone and for delay and for give excuses. The American government sign them. Cameroon government it don't facilitate them with the CILI and many other testimony and NGOs them where they don't send them for America including the time where they be pay money for lobby firm them. Now for pay them, me then lobby the American government, me they no sign this document. So both the Cameroon government and the French government, they don't fight this thing for a very, very long time. During this period, some confused and uninformed Ambazonia them, they began also use them for write stupid letter them for some of these senators of America, even against this thing. Some of them believe say they no be thing we go hella we so one independent, they nobody know safe now which road will take them for reach for day. Now why it be important, make competent people that they represent we where they know which way they do. So now the Ukraine war it don't come, the America it don't go grant this same document for Ukraine. The hypocrisy, they don't use the logic for the hypocrisy for the America say why you go grant Ukraine this protection where Ambazonia they don't fight for a long time, you gonna ignore them. So now the immediate cost where it don't cost make we benefit from this status. Now the Ukrainian war where they go on, now it don't make our benefit for this status. Our diplomatic officer then they go continue for begin intensified diplomacy along this line, knowing fully well that the Americans they now get a legal basis and then get more motivation and reason for try for push for the resolution of Ambazonia, a war with La Republic over our sovereignty, our territorial integrity. So for Ambazonians them, as Sudan they resist, so we no fit accept for be together with the country where it impose itself upon we against our right of self-determination. As Sudan they fight for resist. This one I hope say finally justice go come for Ambazonia. Now finally one of the country where don't always stand for a fair and just solution when it comes for self-determination. You go turn your attention and give more attention to this war. But like we know, as our history they enablers, they will start to disguise themselves also for try for still continue for fight them. This resistance it will continue until the day we go see Boya. God bless you now.
Yes, but people the way they say will not go reach Boya. I want just advise una, and I want tell una say Boya don't hear. No man no day way go stop me, not for reach Boya. That Boya where would it talk say until we reach Boya? Now place where we be go every day, but today we the sing and say until we reach Boya. But I believe say anything where man get on for heart. Say I must do this, I must do this. As I talk, say I must reach Boya. Now for the way I will reach. Boya na the headquarter for Ambazonia. Now why that will talk say until we reach Boya? No matter what way La Republic plan and for road, we could jump past and we'll reach the Boya. Even the one they where they be for exile. What people then where they there for white man country, they the hungry that Boya too. All the Amba soldiers, the way they determine for reach Boya, wanna join me.